Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. I'm so grateful that you guys are watching my videos and are on my channel. I really appreciate all of the support. I actually did not imagine how much support I'd get from you guys when I first started doing the videos, so I really am actually surprised, and it just kind of keeps me motivated to keep on researching and keep on doing these videos and just learning more and more about myself, about the world, and sharing that knowledge with you guys. I hope that I'm doing these videos even when I'm 80 years old, 50 years later. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about how, I think I've spoken about this a little bit earlier, but I just really want to expound on this because I got a lot of messages from you guys about intensity and how INFJs are very intense people. We can be very intense, right? It's a little bit crazy how passionate and intense we can be when we have a subject matter that we really, really, really care about, okay? There's very few subject matters that we really do care about. Each person is different, obviously. I mean, I don't really care that much about coding. I love it. I mean, I do it. I am good at it, but I'm not really passionate about it. I won't talk about it at dinner table conversations. But I'm really passionate about spirituality and about psychology and about learning more about this world. And so I get very passionate about it, and that's why I have a channel on it, right? Same thing with creativity. I love creativity, so I'm always reading about it, I'm always learning about it. Entrepreneurship, same thing, I'm always learning about it, reading about it, things like that, right? And so when we get really intense and passionate about something, I mean, you will feel the energy shift in an INFJ instantaneously from being like blasé and boring and quiet, like from this introvert that you can't even hear a peep out of. All of a sudden you're talking to this crazy person who's having this intense debate with you over a subject matter that you're like, okay, whoa, just calm down, person. What is going on with you all of a sudden, right? So you never expect it, and all of a sudden, boom, they come out of nowhere, right? If we care about the subject matter. If we don't really care. You can talk about it forever and ever and ever. We're going to sit there quietly, listen, maybe sometimes think you're an idiot, but we're like, okay, whatever. You care about the subject matter, talk about it. I don't care, right? But I've actually noticed a lot of you guys have said this, and I've said this as well, is that our intensity scares people. It is the truth. It is something that I don't think we can actually get away from. Not that I'm saying that we should be less intense. No, of course not. Absolutely not. Just because we're intimidating to people or our intensity scares people doesn't mean that we should stop. For sure not. If we stop doing all the different things that scare people, I don't think we'd ever do anything really useful or unique in this world, right? But same thing with creativity. A lot of creative projects or art scares people. Does that mean that you stop creating? No, you just keep on going. The people who really like it will keep on liking it. People who are scared of it will eventually come along and like it as well, because mainstream, like the masses will always come back to it. Always eventually will like it. But what I wanted to speak about in terms of intensity and intimidating people is that even if we lose friends over it, even if we lose friends, even if we lose family members, even if we lose our loved ones, even if we lose our livelihood or we lose everything, I don't think it's something that we should hide. Now, I'm saying this because now I can be who I want to be because I've kind of built my life this way and I've surrounded myself by people who don't mind my intensity, actually love it, right? So I can actually say this. I understand a lot of you guys are not there yet. I totally get it. You guys are younger and you're still learning about yourself. You're still figuring out how to build your boundaries. You're still figuring out how to talk to people and make them understand who you are. I get it, right? So maybe in the beginning of your life, in the beginning of your journey, you're not going to be this person where you will change yourself in order to fit in so that you don't lose people. And I get it. I totally get it. I used to do that all the time when I was a child and in my teens, where I changed myself in order to fit in because I wanted friends. I didn't want to be by myself. I was alone all the time, and I was like, oh, what is this? Why am I always alone? So I started being a chameleon, and I started emulating people so that they would like me, which is fine. I did that for a long time. Now I don't do it anymore because, first of all, I don't want people to like me. I want fewer friends. I actually want fewer people in my life. It's too tiring otherwise. But also because I refuse, absolutely refuse to change myself and be less intense or less intimidating or less whatever people want me to be, because it makes them more comfortable or, it kind of intimidates them less. I mean, come on. Just because you are a weakling, yeah, I know I'm getting angry about this, but I do get angry about it because I'm like, just because you are weak, or you are an idiot, or you are just a douche, or whatever it might be, you want me to change because you can't handle my intensity? You want me to stop being so intense because you can't handle it? What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of, man, it makes me so angry. And so in the past, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'd always be apologizing for myself and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm being so intense, la la. Oh, I hate all of the times that I did that to myself. Because every single time I did that to myself, I told myself I was not good enough to be intense. I wasn't good enough to be the way I was. I wasn't good enough to be true to myself, because the more fake I was, the more people liked me. So, okay, cool, I'll be more fake so people like me. And so I was telling myself constantly that I wasn't worthy enough to be myself. I wasn't worthy enough to be exactly true to myself. And I hated that. Now that I think about it, I wish I had never done those things, of course. Now, I think that's the reason I do these videos, is also because I want you guys to know that that's going to be one of your regrets in the future. I hope not. I hope that you will not do that to yourself. But for me, that's one of my regrets. Like, I don't regret any of the people that left me. I don't regret any of the people that I lost or any of the things that I did, except for this. Mostly I regret this, not being true to myself. Like, not being true to myself. I spent so much time, so much wasted time doing nonsense, like catering to other people's needs, living other people's lives, doing the things that I didn't really want to do because I hated being alone. I hated that. I mean, I understand that. Now, I don't care. I actually want to be alone and people won't leave me alone. But I compromised. I compromised on myself, on my values, on the way I should have been. I changed myself so other people could like me or not be intimidated by me or anyways, all that stuff. So I regret it wholly. That's one of the only things I regret about my life. Actually, the only thing I regret about my life is I compromised on myself. I compromised on my value. I told myself I wasn't good enough to be the way I am. Right now, the way I am, I wish I was like this all the time. I wish I showed my true colors all the time. But I didn't. And I regret that. So I wanted to share this regret with you guys so that you realize, if you're younger and you're a newer INFJ, don't do it. Just intimidate people. Get rid of them. If they're intimidated by you, they don't deserve to be in your life anyways. Just kick them out. Just be intimidating to them and then let them leave. They will filter themselves out. And the people who can stand to be around you, who can deal with your intensity, with your intimidation, with your personality, those are the people who you want around anyways. Those are the people who should be around. The rest of them can just F off. They can just leave. And you can just be yourself. Because those people who can't handle you at your intensity, they don't deserve you anyways, right? They don't deserve you at all. So please, I do implore you guys, I don't want you guys to have the same regret as me. Just be yourself and be intense. Be really, really crazy passionate about your stuff. Be really, really intense. So intense that everyone looks at you like you're insane. Do it. It's okay. It's fine. No big deal. That's totally fine. No one is going to bug you about it because you're going to get rid of all the people who are afraid of your intensity. They're going to leave anyways. And then what you can focus on is being yourself, being totally and completely, intensely, intimidatingly, passionately yourself. And then that's when the magic happens, because then you're surrounded by people who understand you, who want you to be intense. And that's when you start really being creative, really coming into yourself, really coming into your own and owning your true self, owning your authentic self. And then that's where really the true magic happens, is when you stop hiding from yourself and you start being yourself and you start living that life that you're meant to live, that life that you were put on this planet to live, but you're too afraid to live because everyone else tells you that you're too intense. Hate that. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I'm sorry about the sunlight. It's really early in the morning right now, and so the sun is still rising, and I'm not usually used to this kind of lighting. I apologize. I hope that it doesn't bother you too much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and bye!